and welcome to Bonita's Kitchen, and thank you for joining us. What I'm going to be making today is a delicious batch of potato biscuits. And what I love about these delicious potato biscuits, they got all simple ingredients that all of us got in our home. So what I'm going to do is show you the ingredients and we'll get started. And what we have here today is 1 3/4 cups of flour, and you can use flour of choice. We've got 1 cup of mashed potatoes, 3 tablespoonfuls of cold butter, a half a teaspoonful of sea salt, 4 teaspoonfuls of baking powder, and a half a cup of evaporated milk. So let's get started making these delicious potato biscuits. So of course what we need is 1 cup of potatoes. So you'll need about 3 or 4 small or medium potatoes. Cook them, mash them up, and then toss them right into your bowl. That's easy breezy. We need 3 tablespoonfuls of cold butter. You just pop that right on into your bowl, and then we're going to mash these together. So then after you've mashed those together, pour in your half a cup of evaporated milk. And if you don't have access to evaporated milk, you could use milk of choice. And so we're just going to mix that around in there till that's combined. I'm excited to show you how to make these if you don't already know, because you can have these delicious potato biscuits with almost everything. And I'm going to explain that to you as we go. But right now what we're going to do is sift in the dry ingredients. So what we're going to do is pour in about 1.5 cups of the flour, because we want a little bit for putting it all together. We're going to be putting their salt in there and our baking powder. Make sure it's all in and sift it on in to your bowl. And we're going to leave about 1/4 cup of the flour, and like I was saying, that's to blend it all together when we form this into a ball. Okay, that's all we need to do there. So what we're going to do now is just mix all of this together. And I've said it previous times on other videos, if you got a kitchen hook and a kitchen aid, you could mix this together pretty fast. But it still all comes together when you're doing it by hand or with your wooden spoon. So just keep going like that till you mixes it all together. So after you've mixed it all in, now you're going to use your hand and pinch it together to form a ball. So as you can see, you form it into a ball, and after you've done that, we're going to put it out onto our counter or onto your board, and then we're going to roll it out. So pretty much all you're doing now is just making sure all of it's worked in through, taking on all of those bits. And then once you got it worked into a ball like this, we're going to dust our top like this. And that's what that 1/4 cup of flour that you kept is for, so that we could just have a little bit there for rolling it out. Just another little bit of flour. I don't need that much. Just push it off to the side if it's too much, and then flip it over and roll it out to about 1/2 inch. And then we're going to cut out with our cookie cutters or a glass 2.5 inches round, or you can go to 3 depending on what size you want your potato biscuits. So I'll show you what that looks like. And off to the side I got a piece of parchment paper and my cookie sheet. So you need that to put your biscuits on. I'm going to use the one that's 2.5 inches wide to cut it out. But I'm going to cut out probably a couple of the larger ones, because you could make so much delicious meals out of this. And that's about the size. And what I mean by that is you can have it with your soup. You can have this for a breakfast sandwich. So if you make it a little bigger, maybe this size, put a little bit of flour and just cut it out to make it a breakfast sandwich size. When it bakes, you cut it in half and put an egg in there. So I'm going to continue cutting both sides and show you what that looks like. So this is how easy it is to make these, and like you said, we make these quite often because we like to have quick meals. And when you're working out of your home or in your home, you don't want to be fussing. And breakfast is one of the most important meals of the day, and having something that you can just grab and go, this is it. So I'm going to make these last couple here now, and I'll tell you how much you need to bake them for. And then I'm just going to cut out these last couple. Now, you might have just seen me after we finished cutting out the ones we had before. I just took the dough, pinched it together again so that you got it to make the rest. So you use every little bit of your dough. So that's all you need to do there. Okay, so the last piece, I'm just shaping it with my fingers like this. I'm putting it on my tray. So pretty much that's all you need to do with that. Now I'm going to put the oven onto a 400 degrees of heat, preheated oven, and then put it in there anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes depending on your oven. So what you would do, check at the 15-minute mark. If it's starting to get a nice light golden brown, you can say they're ready. But if you need it a little bit longer, let it go for the full 20 minutes. So meet me back here when they're baked and I'll show you what they look like. Welcome back to Bonita's kitchen, and our potato biscuits are baked and it smells amazing in here. So I'm going to reach for them, show you what they look like. Oh my gosh, they smell so good. I can't wait for you guys to make these. I'm going to put them down here on my cooling rack and I'm going to show you what they look like. Now just look at these delicious biscuits. You can probably see having those yourself. And I have one here with gravy, some vegetables on the side. I got some over here with turkey soup and a biscuit, a potato biscuit. And right here is some jelly and with the biscuit. And just look, I mean, even the one that we made, it's golden brown on the bottom and nice and so soft. And then over here we got an egg and some green tomato chow chow on the side. Now just look at that, how delicious, as good as it gets. So I'm going to cut into it so as you can see what it looks like on the inside. And just look, and now I'm going to put a little bit of butter on it so you can see how nice it just melts on there, and they smell so good. I can see this now with a cup of tea and just relaxing, reading a book. I'm just going to have a little bit of my raspberry jam with mine. And of course you can have it with anything. Right now I've displayed with an egg, some ham, you got a biscuit with gravy and vegetables and turkey soup. This time of the year, a must have is turkey soup. Delicious. I can just see this any day, like morning, lunchtime or supper time, having it all day long. And I can see Raymond over there reaching out for you. So let me just pass this one to Raymond. There you go.
Can't.
You can't have no jam on that one. You have it just with the butter. And what's so lovely about these potato biscuits, there's no sugar in it. So if you add your jam or jelly, that gives that little bit of sweetness. Or having it with your soup or as a biscuit with an egg and some ham.
Too good to eat.
Isn't it ever? So if you enjoyed this episode today for potato biscuits and you'd like to see more of our recipes, just visit us on YouTube right here or www.bonitaskitchen.com or our Facebook page. and you could leave us a message on either one of those links. And as well, at the bottom of this video, we'll provide the recipe for this recipe today, our potato biscuit, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And as well, don't forget to like and share our videos so that your friends and family can get to enjoy them as well. So from our kitchen to yours, thank you for joining us today, and you have a wonderful day.
Join us by the sea, our journey in culinary, always an open door. Bonita's kitchen to yours. Bonita's kitchen, to yours.
If you're visiting Newfoundland, Labrador, don't forget to check out my hometown of Evaporated and join us again on Bonita's Kitchen.